who has a $40 million deal with the Patriots and screws that up? I, what it is, what it ain't, it's your girl Umbrella, and I am back with another video. Let's get into today's topic. I'm really excited about today's topic. I have talked about this person before on this channel, but the video, I looked at it. I looked at it. To start off by saying this, I've been looking at some of my old videos to kind of reminisce on my humble beginnings on YouTube and things that I've done, things that I've improved on, topics that I've talked about, because sometimes I really do have a hard time getting some inspo. Okay, so sometimes it's really good to look back. Sometimes it is really good to look back at old videos that you did so you can get inspiration. I did realize that I haven't talked in depth about this person before, so I wanted to kind of revisit this topic and give more juice to the story, because it is a juicy story, like I always have on this channel. So if you're ready for today's topic, if you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, you already know it's going to be insane. So if you're ready, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We're doing big things on this channel. I just had my sis girl on this channel, and yeah, we're just talking about real things, and we're going to ruffle some feathers. We literally was just talking about how, there's a lot of people that are on oppositions of us, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all love at the end of the day. We're going to say things that are unpopular situations and topics. So, and we're going to say things that some people will be afraid to say, and it needs to just be put out there. Okay. So, with all that being said, let's get into today's topic. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, y'all. So, we are talking about Aaron Hernandez. If you don't know Aaron Hernandez, then you must not. I mean, how can you not know about Aaron Hernandez? Honestly, he was one of the best players on the New England Patriots team. He literally led the team to the Super Bowl. I forgot what point, what year was that? He started playing for the Patriots in 2012, and yeah, I mean, he was definitely the best tight end that the team had. I forgot what the other guy's name, because it was two tight ends, but he was good too. But Aaron Hernandez definitely shined because he was giving running back as well as tight end, and he was just very good at scoring touchdowns, at catching the ball. He was just a really good player, and he definitely was one of those guys. Like, I mean, when you're playing with these amazing players, like, you have to be good. You have to be good, especially him getting drafted into the NFL on the fourth round instead of like being a first round draft pick. He became really, really good for the team. But what he's mostly known for is crime. And the fact that he's known for crime is insane. I mean, who does that? Who has a $40 million deal with the Patriots and screws that up? I I don't know. I don't know. If you guys have any Netflix like documentaries or anything that you guys want me to talk about, please let me know. I'm literally on Netflix all the time, and I'm trying to find like things that would be good for this channel. I just wanted it to be very interesting. I don't want to waste my time and take notes on something that I don't think you guys would like. I recently did that, and it just took up too much of my time. So if you guys have any topics on Netflix specifically that you guys would love for me to talk about, documentary wise, based on a real story wise, then please leave it in the comments below. I'd be more than welcome to visit that documentary and see what's popping. So, getting back on track, this is about the Netflix documentary called The Killer Inside the Mind of Aaron Hernandez. This came out in 2020. I think I did my video in like 2021 or 2022, something like that. And I wasn't able to see the documentary because I didn't have Netflix at the time. So I thought that, hey, this is a good, just kind of a good upgrade. It just shows how much time has changed and how, I mean, I can just revisit any of my topics that I think would be good and just shed some new light on it. So basically, this is about how Aaron Hernandez became a killer. By a killer, I mean he's killed 3 people in the span of his football career while playing football. That's kind of unheard of. I mean, if we go deeper into it, OJ was convicted of murder after he retired from football. Aaron Hernandez was convicted of murder while he just played a whole season of football. Like, hello, who does that? So that's why we're talking about this. But getting back to the documentary, it starts off with Aaron easing his way into jail. So it starts off when he's already arrested and convicted of the murder of Odin Lloyd. And they start talking about how he's adjusting to prison life. The guards are saying that he's being very positive and he's thinking of the experience as training camp. They even said that he loved his cell. That's what he said, and that he was enjoying his stay. I don't know if that is really true or not, but that's what he said. A lot of the people were saying that he adjusted well to prison life and that he was being positive, which was interesting because he had a mansion. He just left his mansion to come to jail, in a small cell with a toilet, stinking and everything like that. And now he's in, jail from living that life, you know, from living in a nice community and having a big ass house, and now he's living in a small room. This documentary features some people from his past, some people that he knew growing up, a few of his friends, one in particular that lived across the street from him, and one that knew him like for a long, long time. One of them or two of them, I think, play football with him. So there's people that know him in the documentary, and they talk about his history. So they talk about the fact that he comes from a family of football. His father was Dennis Hernandez. He was a famous football star in the 70s, and his uncle played football, and his family would play the tapes of his father and his uncle playing football together to, kind of inspire Aaron Hernandez and his brothers to play football. So they started kind of liking football at a very early age. When he went to Bristol Central High School, that's when he started playing football. Did get knocked out when he was playing football in high school too. So he played football for a long time, like even as a little kid, uh, just at the house. He was playing football, but it was still rough and aggressive. So he was playing football probably since he was like 8 years old. That his father was very strict and how like he would make him practice football all the time up until he was able to join the actual team and play football recreationally, and how he would make him do it over and over and over again. But it definitely made him strong and very athletic. He finished high school early and he went to the University of Florida. He was very young, going to college. Originally, he wanted to go to the University of Connecticut, um, and he had a brother that was there. Because he got drafted into the NFL, he was very young. Like, he was one of the only players on the team that was 18. He was playing with Tom Brady, one of the best quarterbacks ever. He easily became like a really good player on the team. Everybody loved him. Gained status money, fame. He was rich, you know what I'm saying? Lived in a nice house, had cars, and he was just living the life. As far as the fans go, he had lots of fans. So he was living. Like he literally was living. So I can't imagine why he would mess his life up like this. He meets Alexander Bradley, known drug dealer that has done time, child. And when he's not actually doing football, he starts hanging out at the club with him. And I don't know, he just seems very enraged. Like he starts getting enraged very fast. They go to a nightclub and he just seems agitated. And I think a drink spills on him and he gets super tight and super upset, and he is like leaving the club and he notices the two guys, one of the guys spilled the drink on him, and he wants to follow them, and Alexander Bradley is trying to calm him down, like just chill. But at this point he's saying, what Alexander Bradley testified to was that Aaron Hernandez was very like upset and enraged, and demanded to follow the guys. So they followed the guys to the light, to the nearest light, and he shot in the car, I want to say 6 times. He shot both of them in, and then they just drove off. So this is well into his football career. And literally a month later, he signs the $40 million deal with the Patriots for 5 years. So he shoots and kills two men in cold blood and then gets a contract to do professional football, and which is his dream. Right after he does something like that, even before he actually kills someone, he has aggressive tendencies. He went out to a club previous to that and assaulted a manager. For the manager just asked him to pay his bill, and he literally punched the manager in the ear, basically messed up his hearing because he was upset and wouldn't let it go. He has a tendency to lose control of his temper very quickly and just take things to the extreme. He meets Odin Lloyd, which is a semi-pro football star. So first of all, Aaron Hernandez meets his future wife in college, and her name is Shiata. And her sister starts dating Odin Lloyd. Her sister Shanika starts dating Odin Lloyd. Aaron and Odin become friends. Odin plays semi pro football, so he's not in the NFL, but he's a very good football player. Comes from humble beginnings. They become friends because of the sisters. They're both dating the sisters or whatever. Aaron is paranoid because he's actually shot and killed two men, and he seeks out some help from Alexander Bradley, and Alexander Bradley basically tells him to like relax, like nothing's gonna happen. I think Aaron Hernandez starts feeling paranoid, like somebody's following him or something like that, telling him like, I feel like I'm getting chased, I feel like somebody's following me. He's like, it's all in your head, like you're tripping, you just need to calm down. And Aaron Hernandez shoots him right in the eye. I think he thought he shot him in the head, but he shot him in the eye, and he lost. I believe it was his right eye. So that's another way of him showing his aggression over something small, or even just something that was in his head. So I'm gonna stop right here. Make sure you guys check out part 2. It's gonna be lit. It's literally gonna be the meat and the sauce to all this. So make sure you stay tuned for part 2. Bye.